Okay, dokie. Gonna do that. Okay, I don't need that. All right, kids, we're gonna look at trig formulas. For that, you need your formula sheet. So I can allow you to take out your computer to look at it, but please be on task. If I catch you on your, what's the social media kids nowadays uses? What social media you guys use? Instagram. Yeah, if you're on Instagram, no, everyone will, you will not be able to take out your computer machines. Okay. So open the formula sheet. I want to see that formula sheet out. You're going to look at that constantly. No, go to the website. My website. Oh, you already have it?
Well, this is a different.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay, you have, yeah, perfect. Over here. Maybe. Okay. Okay, you can have that. Raise your computer. You see that? Back there, Pedro, where's yours?
Well, I might have seen the website.
Oh, they have trackpads now on iPad? Yeah. That's why I stopped using iPad. They don't give me trackpad. That was really annoying. Come on. How's that? Okay. They give you trackpad. Wow. All right, so we're gonna look at trig formulas. Trig formulas. Take out your formula sheet. Do you guys see what these are? A plus B and then cosine of alpha minus beta. Do you guys know? Did you guys find that? Did you guys find it? You're not copying this. You're just finding that. It's like the game. Where's Waldo? Yeah, you guys found it? Who has not found it? Raise your hand. No? All right, good. So how can we use this to answer this following question? So, okay. Second exam will be in person, no more online. You better not get sick. Anything like that, you missed it, you missed it. There's nothing I can do for you. You missed it. No online exam, none of those. You have to be in class. So that means you just go home, isolate yourself, come back. No traveling. Who is it traveling? What's your name, miss? Yeah. Wait, yeah, stop traveling. Middle of this pandemic. Come on, guys. All right. Like Trump wanted to kiss everybody in the Florida thing. Did you guys see it yesterday? Trump, like he went to the rally. He's like, I'm going to kiss you guys and the girls, everybody. Look at that beautiful man over there. He literally said that. So yes. And he's infectious. So anyway, so why we're going to do the exam in person? Because you will not be able to use calculator. And I want you to be able to solve this problem. Cosine of 7 pi over 12. How do we get that exact answer? So we got to look at this. I need to find the combination of 7 pi over 12 to make it look like those special angles. What are the special angles we had? What is it? 0, pi over 3, pi over 4, pi over 6. And the last one is what? Pi over 2. So I need to make 7 pi over 12 look something like that. Combinations of that. So let's start with it. 1 pi over 12 plus 6 pi over 12. Is that good? Yeah? Now 1 pi over 12 is what? Pi over 12. And 6 pi over 12 gives you what? Does that help you? No, because of this. Because pi over 12 doesn't look like pi over 3 or none of that. So let's look at the next one. 2 pi over 12 plus, 7? Yeah, 5 pi over 12. Does that help you? No, because of this combinations. So now we got to look at not the last one. Let's look at the 3 pi over 12 plus 4 pi over 12. Let's reduce that. This becomes what? Pi over 4 plus pi over 3. Now this works. This works. It looks like that. So now we could use cosine of pi over 4 plus pi over 3. Right? Now we can expand it, given this is alpha and beta. So if I expand it, what does this look like? Cosine of pi over 4, cosine of pi over 3, and this is minus, right? Yeah. Sine of pi over 4, sine of pi over 3. And we know what these are. You have your table. Let's go chop, chop. Finish it. What is it? Take out your table. 1/2. This is the most simplified form. I can't see your name tag behind Miss Hannah. Can you put it a little bit over there? And versus, what's your name? S something behind Sasha. Can you move it? Okay, there you go. Jamie John. Okay, I can see it. Where did you travel to?
Nashville. Don't go there.
Yeah, you went to Red State. Jesus, they don't follow any rules over there. They think they're the chosen people. Nothing could hurt them. Nashville, Tennessee. Are you from there?
No, I was there for a wedding.
Oh. You went to a wedding middle of the Did it cancel it?
I wish, well, they did, and then they rescheduled it.
Were you one of the maid of honor?
No, I was just,
Did you should have not gone there.
I know, I regret it.
I was like, alrighty then. You guys got that? Let's do another problem. Ready? Let's look at cosine of 15. Again, let's find the combinations for 15. Remember we had these pi over 3, what is it? Pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 6. Pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 2, right? If we convert that into degrees, what are they, Jamie? Pi over 6 is what? What is it? All right, now find the combination for this to happen. Hannah, done? What two angles when you can add or subtract to get it to 15? Who's done? Done? Shelby?
45.
All right. Could you have used 60 and 45? Yeah. Any question? Do you see the combination? So this becomes what? Cosine of 45, cosine of 30. This is plus, right? Sine of 45, sine of 30. And this becomes what? Square root of 2 over 2. Cosine of 30, 3 over 2. I want the answer in this term. Please do not do this. Oh, no, sorry. You're adding the inside of it. Do not do that. That's big no-no. You cannot combine. You can only combine it if the base is the same. All right? All right. The other formulas, ready, kids? Sine of alpha plus beta and sine of alpha minus beta. You have those formulas out? In this case, sine of alpha, cosine of beta, plus cosine of alpha, sine of beta, sine of alpha, cosine of beta. Good. All right, kids, ready? When is the exam? Did I say the exam next week? Is it next week? Oh, not next week, the following week. Let's make the exam following week. Okay? Or I'll pick it. Who's going to your wedding? I'm going to pick it on that week. Who's going to your wedding now? The best thing is you'll never forget that wedding for the rest of your life. You might forget their name, but not. Is it family or friends? Oh, yeah, you're not going to remember their name. You're going to remember that. All right, let's look at it. Again, we're looking at two combinations. When we add or subtract, we get 19 pi over 12. You want to do addition? Yeah, addition or subtractions? What do you want to do? Oh, you guys are optimists. That's why you're going to do addition. If you're a pessimist, like Hannah, no, Hannah is super optimist, right? I don't know. You hate life. That's why you want to eat them. All right. So let's look at. Can you guys find out the two combinations again? Started from the top. You could do that. It really doesn't matter. And then if you do it in systematic, this doesn't work, right, guys? Then what do you have? 2 pi over 12 plus 17 pi over 12. Oh, sorry. That works. This doesn't work. This doesn't work in this case. Let's do 3 pi over 12 plus 16 pi over 12. Ooh, let's simplify it. It becomes what? Pi over 4 plus, what is this? 4 pi over 3. Oh, they work. Yes. It works. Do you guys remember how to evaluate it using the reference angle and all that? So in this case, you get sine of pi over 4 plus 4 pi over 3. And addition, right? So you get sine of pi over 4 cosine of pi over 4 pi over 3 plus cosine of pi over 4 sine of 4 pi over 3. Is that correct? The expansion? Look at your formula sheet. Tell me. Sam? Dakota? Did I expand it correctly? Yes or no? I'm asking. I'm looking at you, Sasha. Am I cross-eyed? I'm like clearly looking at you. You looked over there. Oh, yeah. Wait, am I cross-eyed? You just don't want to say it because it will somehow offend me. All right. So, what's sine of pi over 4? All right, guys, not all at once. Ooh, this is the interesting one. We're looking at cosine of 4 pi over 3. 4 pi over 3 is in what quadrant, guys? Second quadrant, right? Is it second quadrant? No, it's on the third quadrant. It's on the third quadrant, and cosine is negative in the third quadrant. And the reference angle is what? Pi over 3. And what's cosine of pi over 3, Jamie? What is it? 1/2. And sine of pi over 3 is square root of 3. It's negative in the third quadrant. All right, kids? All right, let's look at a harder one. Now we're going to reverse the process. Cosine of 40, cosine of 80, minus sine of 40, sine of 80. What is that? Go ahead. It should not take you more than 20 seconds. When did they have it? It just came out a couple weeks ago.
Just this weekend.
Oh, you have the angle too? How many angles can you get?
First, it's not a bubble,
And how many angles can you get over there? Oh, this is limited, that's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the other issue, the limited angle. All right, what is it? When you you could combine them. What is it when you combine them? Cosine of what? 40 and 80 is what? Cosine of 120. Again, you got to use all that. Cosine of 120 is in what quadrant, guys? Second quadrant, so it's going to be negative of what? What's the reference angle in that case? What is it? 60. And cosine of 60 is what? That's my answer. All right, now comes the hard problems. Sine of alpha is 4/5. Alpha is between pi/2 to pi, and sine of beta is negative 2/5, and beta is between 3pi/2 to pi. So we have two angles. We got to figure out what quadrant it lies in. So you got to ask yourself, what quadrant alpha? Oh, and also we're using SOHCAHTOA in this case. Okay, alpha is in what quadrant, guys? So sine of alpha is what? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. So what's the missing side in this case? 3, right? It's 3, 4, 5 triangle. Is that correct? What is it, Dakota? Why is it negative 3? Yeah, it's in the second quadrant and the x-axis is negative. And we have to use the same way to do the beta triangle. Beta is in what quadrant? third quadrant. And we use SOHCAHTOA again. SOHCAHTOA tells us what? 2 root 5. Again, we use the same argument. Y has to be negative in this case. So what's x-axis? What's the missing side? What's the missing side? Not all at once. Come on, y'all. What happened? What is going on? What just happened? Oh. You could take a screenshot. Did not know that. All right, what's the missing side? Hannah?
Isn't it like the square root of 5 over 4?
We use Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, you're right. It's just 5 over 4.
No. Kyle? 3? Do you guys know this? So you got 5, 4 plus b squared equal that. So what's b? Is that correct? Yeah. In this case, it's going to be what? -1. Okay, this is scaring me, guys. You don't know how to find the missing side. We did that in SOHCAHTOA first exam, and you guys are not finding that. That's really scary. So we got these two triangles. Using this triangle, we got to find cosine of alpha. So what is cosine of alpha? Super easy. It shouldn't take that long. -3 over 5. And then cosine of beta. Cosine of beta? Okay, now we have sine of alpha and cosine of alpha. I want you to answer these two questions. Cosine of alpha plus beta and sine of alpha plus beta. Go ahead. How many of you need more time? Okay. No, someone sits over here. No? Oh, it's fine with that, man. Socks and sandals are not meant to be worn together. What do kids do? Change the fashion. Oh, what happened to the full power at 5:30? You said something? I'll give you that a moment. Like that.
Write to them. Weren't you supposed to write to them? You should have asked it. No, you never asked me that you were gonna write. Good. Did you write to them? I mean, anyone? Good. Okay.
So what's cosine of alpha plus beta? What is it? You get what? Cosine of alpha. Cosine of beta. Is that correct? Right, Hannah? Is that the formula? And we know how to do that. Cosine of alpha is negative 3 over 5. And then cosine of beta is, and then minus sine of alpha is 4 over 5. And what? No, I made a mistake somewhere. Cosine of alpha is this. I made a mistake somewhere over here. This is cosine of beta. No, this is sine of beta. There you go. Negative 3 over 5, 4 over 5, and you get what? And then sine of beta is negative 2 square root of 5. Okay? And when you combine, can you simplify it? Yeah, you can. 3, 5 root 5 plus 8, 5 root 5. Can you combine them? Yes, you can. This becomes what? 11, 5 root 5. Just leave it like that. Okay? I think in the homework they might want you to rationalize it, but you get 2 attempts to do it. All right, let's do this one now. Sine of alpha plus beta, what does it do? Sine of alpha cosine of beta plus cosine of alpha sine of beta. Is that correct? So let's use this table we have right over here. Sine of alpha is 4 over 5. Cosine of beta is cosine of alpha is negative 3 over 5. And sine of beta is did I get all of them right? Yes. Second, negative 4, 5 root 5 plus 6, 5 root 5, which is just 2. All right, are you going to get this type of question on the test, Mike? No. You wish. Ready for the exam-like question? Jamie? All right. I'm going to give you like this. Cosine of cosine of cosine inverse of 2 root 3 plus sine inverse of negative 3 over 4. Yeah. I want to know the exact answer. Should I give you a hint? You guys got it? No? All right. think about this. Let's use your imagination. Growing up, hopefully you had imagination. Dakota, did you have imagination? All right, then let's use it. All right, so you see this purple part? I'm going to name them alpha and beta. Doesn't that make your life so much better now? You get cosine of alpha plus beta. Oh my Lord, what is this? Cosine of alpha, cosine of beta minus sine of alpha, sine of beta. Right, guys? Have I lost anybody yet? What is happening over here? Does anybody has tablet? You have tablet, Hannah? You just did this. Ugh, you're picking on me, you vegan. Ugh, I'm the old grandpa holding a shotgun on a front porch during Halloween. Get away, kids. I'll give you some candy. Let me load up my guns. Okay, all right. It went dark for too fast. You don't have crazy old grandpa? There you go. Does your grandpa have a shotgun? You should ask. Like, call him middle of like tonight. Hey, grandpa, do you have shotgun? He'll be like, why is she calling me out of nowhere if I have a shotgun or not? What? But that's not violence enough. Shotgun kills people. How do you kill people with trumpet? I mean, you stab people with trumpet? Wow, you are so dark. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. Wow. You're hiding the anger somehow. Yes. All right. Do we have this so far? And we know what are our alphas. Cosine of alpha is what? Cosine inverse of 2/3. And then cosine of cosine. Nope. Sine inverse of negative 3/4. Is that correct? And then minus cosine of oh, so these are sine. Oh, darn it. Sine of cosine inverse of 2/3, and then the last one is sine of sine inverse of 3/4. Okay. From there, we know these are the easiest one to do, right, guys? Do you guys see that? They're pretty easy to do. Sine of sine inverse, you get what? 2/3. And then you get negative 3/4. I could do that. Mike, can your iPad do this? Can it do that? I'm taking notes. Can it do that? You're not using iPad to take notes? Oh, okay. You're using paper. Okay. Notability. Oh, it has notability in there? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, it's missing cosine. We have that. Now let's find out the exact answer for these. Let's do it separately. Cosine of sine inverse of negative 3/4. And we know how to do those, right? Sine inverse of negative 3/4 is actually equal to theta. So sine of theta equals negative 3/4. And we're looking at inverse sine function. Where does it live in? First or the fourth, because it's negative. It's in this quadrant. So we're looking at negative 3, 4. So what's the missing side? What's the missing side? Pythagorean theorem gives you what? Anyone, someone. What is it? Square root of what? Thank you. You have that. Now we could go back to this problem right over here. You get cosine of theta equals square root of 7 over 4. Yeah, we got that. So I could erase this, and I'm going to write this as square root of 7 over 4. Okay? Have I lost anybody yet? How many of you need more time to catch up? Raise your hand. Okay, alrighty then. Done? Sorry. Rihanna, life is good. Is it Rihanna? All right, you guys caught up? So let's look at this part. So we're looking at cosine inverse of 2/3 equal theta. So cosine of theta equals 2/3. And it's positive. What quadrant are we looking at, kids? First quadrant. It's adjacent over hypotenuse. What's the missing side now? Root 5. Boom, done. So now substitute this theta over here. So sine of theta equals SOHCAHTOA, opposite over hypotenuse. And I write this answer right over here. Am I done yet? No, we did all the calculations, so let's multiply all the numbers. I get what? 2 root 7 over 4 plus 3 root 5. Oh, no, that's 12. 12. And this becomes 2 root 7 plus 3 root 5 over 12. Whew, that problem was hard. So I'm going to give you this type of question on the test. Are you going to cry because of this exam question? No, actually you all will cry except for Hannah, because Hannah doesn't feel pain. All right. I want to do another hard one. We could do that. Okay. All right, kids. Solve for theta. Theta is between 0 to 2 pi. Sine of theta plus cosine of theta equals 1. Should I give you a hint? Yeah? Shall we? Yeah? Square both sides. Did the squaring helps you? Let's look at it. If I square both sides, I get what? Right, guys? Jamie, are you agreeing with me? No, you should not agree with me. You can't just put this square inside. Jesus, that's big no-no. That's how you end up in hell when you do this. Not that it exists. Square means what? Now, do you see it? All right. Now, when you expand it, this becomes what? Sine square of theta plus cosine of square of theta plus 2 sine theta cosine theta equal 1. Can you guys finish the problem now? All right. This is what, guys? 1. So you got 2 sine of theta cosine of theta plus 1 equal 1. So 2 sine of theta cosine of theta equals 0. So sine of theta and cosine of theta equals 0. So from 0 to 2 pi, when do they equal 0? When sine of theta is equal to 0 or cosine of theta equals 0, right? And when is sine of theta equals 0, guys? When theta is what? 0 and what? Pi. And for this one, cosine of theta equals 0, theta gives you 0 when pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. So my final answer is going to have theta equals 0, pi over 2, pi, and 3 pi over 2. Right, guys? Kinda, but we have a problem. Are you guys still writing? Should I wait a bit? The problem is you got to plug in all these numbers back to the original equation. Sine of theta plus cosine of theta equals 1. It has to be true in those. You have to plug them back in. So when I plug in 0, I get what? 0 plus 1 equal 1. Works. For pi over 2, I get 1 plus 0 equals 1. It works. For pi, I get 0 plus negative 1 equals 1. Not true. And then 3 pi over 2, you get negative 1 plus 0. Not true. So it only works on 0 and pi over 2. So my final answer will exclude the other two possible answers. Okay. Now